Welcome. All right. Edward, you here okay? Dennis, Charles, everybody? All right, perfect. All right. All right, let me just get started here. Hold on. Let me just get the record up and running so you guys can watch this a little bit later. All right, perfect, everybody. So welcome. My name is Fausto Pugliese from Cybertrain University. Welcome and thank you for being here. I am going to talk about how to master the markets. I'm going to show you how to use technical analysis versus order flow, what makes one different than the other. If you've been following me on social media, we have some great videos on these things. And you know what? They work out great. But when it comes to trading, you know what? Some things are better than others. And you got to know which ones are which. So I could tell you this. I am going to change the way you look at trading, and the things that you're going to see is going to totally boggle your mind. Now before I get started, I'm just very curious. How did you guys hear from about Cybertrain University? Was it on the last events that we do with all the partners? You know, maybe the company you can name, or was on social media, or maybe you're a student. Just want to get to know where everyone is from and how you heard about us. Okay, Brian was from the Wealth 365 event. Okay. Pete, same thing for you. Instagram. Okay, good. All right. Gerald, Wealth. Okay. So you're on Wealth. Presentation, Glenn. All right, good. All right, a lot from Wealth. Poked around the internet, Michael. Instagram, Edwin. All right. So, Edwin, you've been watching a lot of the videos that I've been doing, all those little short videos. Perfect. All right. So anyway, let me like I said, we're going to go about 45 minutes, and I'm warning you right now, it's going to go extremely fast because your head's going to spin, and I'm going to make everybody that much better of a trader when we're all said and done here. Now, just quick little disclaimer, just to let you know, I'm not making any guarantees this works for everyone. There's no promises. The only guarantee I'm going to tell you is you're going to die one day and pay taxes for the rest of your life. So, but please be very careful. There is very high risk in trading, so be very smart when you go out there and trade, okay? Here's a couple of big things we're going to be learning. We're going to talk about how to follow the big money. Now, some of you have found me through Wealth, and some of you found me through social media. I pump out videos every day. I try to give out as much free content as I can for you, but it's all about following the orders. I'm going to show you how we find them. I'm going to tell you where the best times are, how to basically use that as an all-around trader, and how we could also apply towards swing trading, options trading, maybe some types of other markets, depending you're a fan of. You could apply this to everything. The big thing is this: everybody here is so focused on the past. I'm going to teach you how to trade the future. So let me get everything all excited here. Okay, so what I want to do really quick is I want to introduce you to my trading room. Okay, now this is my trading room, and I'm going to invite every one of you going to be invited to come here. All of you are going to be invited to come. All right, and you could see right here on the left-hand side, these are all our instructors: Debbie, Richie, Alex, Josh, me, John, and you could see all our students here on the left-hand side and traders. Right now, we're looking at a stock called NVAX. We have alerts that go on. Everyone's going to have access to come to when you're done here. Okay, I'm going to invite you all for one whole week. Now, let's talk about some stocks that are moving. So there are a couple of big stocks that are moving, and I want to point something out. I want to start off with what was a good stock today that we traded that had some really good stuff? You know what? American Airlines. Okay, let's talk about American Airlines. American Airlines, actually, I think Ford was better this morning. I think Ford had a better move here. Okay, so let me just change the slide here. Let me just show this a little bit different. All right, I'm going to simplify this screen here a little bit. There we go. We even talk about in the video if you want. But I just want to bring up Ford because Ford came out with earnings. Now, you can see Ford right here dropped right at the gate, went from 1190 all the way down, and it went all the way back down to about 1120. Okay, now listen, if you really want to learn how to trade, please answer my questions in the chat room. Why did Ford go down, stop at 1120, and went back up? Why did it go down that low? Why didn't it go to $11? Why didn't it stop at 1160? Does anybody know why did it pick that number? Why did it pick that specific number? So as you guys are out there, I'm going to want to see you guys. Buyers, okay. That's where the demand was, Brian. Okay. By the way, everyone, if you click where it says to, where you type, just write to all participants so everybody can see your chat. Everyone, okay. Big orders, big orders. Wow, you know, it's pretty funny. All of you are starting to write down the same answer, right? So let me tell you how blind you've been trading. Do you see any buyers on a chart? Yes or no? Do you see any buyers there? So how would you have known that it was going to stop there? Because remember, the chart is the past. It's not the future. Okay. So I want to bring this over really quick. I'm going to bring something that's called level 4. Now, some of you probably heard of level 1 quotes, level 2 quotes. I'm going to bring level 3 and level 4. Now, if you look right here, see this little line right here? This little red line. Here's when the stock started. Hold on. Let me get my crayon so you guys can follow along a little bit better. Okay. Maybe this might help. All right. So here's the open. So it goes down right here. If you see that little red line right there, there was a big, big order right there. It was about 300,000 shares. I'll show you in the next moment. And then it dropped all the way around here. And then these orders right here start showing up. Look at all these lines right here. Look at all these orders. 300,000, 20,000, 80,000. All these orders start showing up. And that's why I kind of like came all the way down here. And it just basically stopped. And you can see all these orders started showing up right around here. So these are past orders that were out there. The way you just said how the stocks go up and go down is buyers and sellers. That's the reason why that happened. Let me show you another example. Okay. What was good that we traded? NVIDIA had a big one. NVIDIA was pretty big. So if you look over here on NVIDIA, and if you ever watch any of my videos on Instagram, TikTok, Thinkorswim, well, I have some on Thinkorswim, YouTube, you'll notice right here that this stock had a big seller here, a big buyer here, and a big buyer here. And you could see how the stock went down, tested this buyer, and then started coming to a bunch of buyers right around here. So all of a sudden, the buyers started showing up, and that's when it started going up. And if you notice, there were no lines here. Means there was no real big block sellers here. And that's why the stock is now stopping around here, is because you got this 150,000 share seller out there, and the other big one here at 120, at 127. So what you're looking at right here are buyers and sellers in the future. Now, think about this for a second. I hope I got your attention. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you were able to see all these buyers and sellers in the future? Okay. So as much as you're looking, Jolie says, pretty good, right? Show Tesla. I'll show you Tesla. All right. I don't want to take too much time because I got to teach you how this works. I'm very short with time here, but I'll bring up Tesla for you. Okay, because Tesla was another one. So I do have Tesla up here. So here's Tesla. And if you look at Tesla right here, you'll notice that the future orders are, you got 132,000 shares seller right now. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit closer so you get a better view of it. There you go. So you could see right here, you have clear all charts. Okay, right around here. So this guy started right around 9 o'clock this morning. He came out, and you could see how Tesla went up, and it's been having a really, really, really tough time breaking right here. These are really big orders right here. So it got there around, what time was that? Just give you a little heads up. Let me zoom in. So we're talking about 10:30. And what time is it now? 12. It's about an hour and a half. So if you notice, in the past hour and a half, it just does not want to break 125. Okay. Why is that? Is because those orders are out there. So if you've been watching me, hold on. I got a couple of videos here I want to show you too really quick. And by the way, you can actually watch all of these on all the social network channels. So here's my reels. And let me just clear this out. Fausto, here's my reels. And this one I just posted right here. Now, I want you to watch this video. I don't know if you could hear it, but listen to this carefully. I made 2 videos on Tesla. Okay. I'm going to play the first one and I want to play the second one and watch. And they're only about 30 seconds. Okay. Watch how I was able to teach you how you could have traded the Tesla earnings announcements. Okay. Watch carefully.
Here that Tesla's been trending down all day, which is a very big concern. Also, overall, over the course of the year, it really hasn't gone anywhere, but that's where we had that big 50% pop right there. My other big concern is this. Look at all these orders. This is called a 10-layer cake. A lot of sellers right now. Now we have a little ballpark on the numbers where the stock is having supports and resistance. Now we can see what happens with the news after the close.
So I did that video at 3 o'clock. Now watch what happens in the after hours. Watch the Tesla trade when earnings came out. Listen carefully.
Tesla's getting destroyed in the after hours after earnings. You have to see what's going on. 30 minutes before Tesla was coming out with earnings, I posted a video because I noticed something very unusual about the stock. I was trending over the course of the day. I mean, the stock has been not really doing too much over the course of the year, but then we had the earnings come out and the stock got crushed. Now, if you see from here, a lot of big iceberg orders all over here. And then once the earnings came out, boom, the stock tanked. And now we're down 25 points in the after hours. I know we all want Tesla to do well, and so do I. But at the end of the day, Wall Street wins. You have to follow the money. You have to follow those orders.
So, fellow traders, that's what we need to talk about. It's about following the money. And you could see where, Tesla is now. It came all the way down to that price right around about 214. Now, obviously, why is it going up? That is what we're going to cover. So, did I get your attention, everybody? Let's talk about that. Is everybody following along so far? Brian, we did. Cheryl did. Okay, good. Now, remember, everyone, don't go anywhere because all of you, I'm going to give you a link. And I am going to invite every one of you to come into my trading room so you could see that we practice what we preach. So you could not only see stocks like Tesla and CrowdStrike and Amazon, all these. There's just so many other stocks that I'm going to show you to up to 300%, 400% that have the same type of buyers and sellers, but with less risk, with more reward. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank you and my students for being part of CTU, because what I'm looking for is looking for people to be part of my team. I'm looking to train traders. That's really what I'm doing. I'm hopefully getting your attention, and then hopefully you want to be a student of Cyber Trade University so we could all trade together. But before I go further, I just want to kind of give you, a quick intro first of the attendees. Now, I'm an actual 12-time champion at the Money Show Traders Expos. I beat every single school that I competed against. I ran around the world. I've been to Paris. I've been to China. I've been everywhere. I have not lost. And the reason why is that a lot of the people that trade out there are not market makers. Now, I was a market maker. I traded here on Wall Street. I was trained by some of the best traders in the industry. I live here in New York. And the thing is this, you're not going to beat these traders, okay? But you can join them. And the way you join them is you follow their orders. And that's what everybody thinks they was trying to do. Just the thing is, no one ever taught them how to do it. So I'm here for free to teach you why 90%, if not higher, fail in trading, which is, I don't know why anybody would want to be in a business which has got that huge failure rate. But the reason why it's such a big failure rate is because who really trained you? And how'd you find those orders? Now, the way I became a very good trader is I'm a first-generation Italian. My parents came here with $20 in their pocket. My dad always taught me, he says, son, you want to be good at what you do? You go find the best people in the industry. I don't care what it costs you. I don't care what's involved and what the sacrifice you're going to make. But if you love what you do, you'll be very, very successful in that business. But you got to find the right people that know what they're doing. Stay away from the bad ones, okay? And you're going to bump into them, but learn from the good ones. And sometimes it's going to take you a few people to find that person. So I know a lot of you here, you said you came from the Wealth 365 event, which is one of several events that I do. But the thing is, there are a lot of speakers there. A lot of you probably confused. Some of you bought some products from them, whatever it is. But you got to listen to a bunch of them, sample all of them before you finally realize those are the ones you want to deal with. Now, I've been doing this for 35 years. I'm one of the original day traders of the industry. When I started, it was about 1,000 of us. Now there are over millions. So you could look at me as being the great grandfather of the day trading community. Now, I also swing trade. I do some options trade. I just preferably like to stock trade because it's less risk with more reward. Now, I am also the author of the book of How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. If anyone here would like a copy of it, I am going to give it to you for free right now. You can go to Amazon and pay me $47, but listen, I want you to, here's my email address. Take down my email address and I'll give it to you for free. Okay. Why am I doing that for free? Where am I making my money? Because the thing is this, if I could just get a little bit of your attention and teach you a little bit about what you're doing right versus what you're doing, what you've been doing wrong, you'll be part of the family. Okay. Because everyone here needs to know how to play that game. So what you need to do is open up your email, type in Fausto p@ctucorp.com and just write book, please, and just send. All right. So if you guys could do that right now, that would be great. Because I think you'll love the book. It's a short read. It's a fast read. And I think you guys are going to really like it. And by the way, keep your email up because I got more promotions to give you if I haven't convinced you that the book is not, it's just a fraction of what I'm going to give you. All right. G, I just got your, wow, you're pretty fast, G. There you go. G just emailed me right now. Thanks a lot, G. I got it. We'll send it out once the event's over. All right. Now, I'm also been featured in some of the biggest news networks in the industry. I also do a lot of speaking for NASDAQ, the exchange. And I'm going to focus on the NASDAQ market because I'm going to show you one of the greatest tools that they offer that I've been doing a lot of presentations on, and which the exchanges want you to know how to trade on their exchange. And you're going to see that you're going to be so shocked that you're going to be like, damn, how do I not have this? So you're going to love it. Oh, wow, my phone's written. Wow, you guys really sent it fast. You guys hear that? Alan. Oh, look at that. Let me show you. There we go. Alan, Joan, Raph, Peter, McCall, Matthew. Got you. Oh, there you go. Edward. Boom, boom, boom. Got the book. All right, good. Guys are plugging it away. Brian, I got yours too. All right, good. Listen, there's almost 100 people in here. I only got about 10, 15. I think every single one of you should be clicking on it. But maybe not convinced yet. All right. Well, I will get to that. Trust me. All right. Also want to introduce my family. I've been married for over 25 years. I got 3 wonderful boys. I think one of the greatest things about having a great job is I get to spend more time with my family. I get to travel with them. And I always like to bring you in to kind of see what it's like, and introduce you to my family, because I'm going to hopefully make you part of my family too. Because I got 2 different families. I got my trading family and I got my live trading family. I also, just for fun, I own a home living channel. If anyone wants to know how to catch lobsters, make fresh tomato sauce, how to run backyard chickens, gardening. It's one of the hobbies that I do. People ask me, Fausto, with your free time, what do you do? Some people like to drive fancy cars. Some people like to go on trips. I'm a little bit more than a laid back person. I like to cook for my family and stuff like that, especially being a first generation Italian. But listen, it's not about me. This is about you. I just want you to let you know I'm a human just like you. Okay. I'm not here to sell you anything. I enjoy my life. I try to make the best of it, try to keep myself healthy. I know a lot of you here are probably a little bit older too, and kind of want to you worked your ass off your whole life. And now you're like, how do I keep up with the Joneses? Or what am I keep up with the Joneses? Just more or less just live without going back to work at 12 hours a day. All right. So this is what we need to do. We need to follow the big money because trading is one of the greatest jobs in the industry. It pays a lot of money, but you got to know how to do it the right way. And some of you are making it more complicated than what it is. So my question to everybody is this. I'm going to do a quick poll. And my poll is, do I have access to polls? Yeah, I do actually. All right, good. How long have you been trading for? Okay. Are you brand new? 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Kind of just give me a little, let me see how everyone answers that. Now, I've been doing it for 35 years. Okay. Long day and time. And let me tell you, I'll never get sick of it. It's just, you know what? Every day's a new adventure. There's always something going on. I lived through some of the craziest things in the market, the internet bubble, the financial crisis, Hurricane Sandy, COVID. You said it. I was there. Listen, if you could survive one, you could survive them all. So here we are to share the results. So we got a lot of people that are brand new. Some people have been trading for a while. Listen, you could always teach an old dog new tricks. Don't worry about that. Now, my next question to everyone is this. Have you ever been trained by a professional trader? And what I mean by that, is it going up? Oops. I'm having a problem. I launch. How do I stop sharing? There we go. Hopefully that works. There we go. And I'm talking about you actually took a paid course from someone. I'm not talking about, oh yeah, I watched this person on YouTube. I watched you, Fausto, on Instagram. I didn't teach you. I'm talking about someone, you actually went out there, took the time, learned from someone, paid somebody versus somebody else. Okay, so let me explain something to you. Apparently if you feel ill, you could actually read out of a book, okay? And someone could tell you what's wrong with you. Is that what you really want? Or you actually pay to go to the doctor, right? You know what? I think if I had a choice, I'd rather go to that person than someone learn out of a book. So the thing is this, everyone here had a job, you got paid for it, you paid for somebody, maybe you run a business, you pay someone to work for you. There's nothing free in this industry. So let me just tell you something. 95% of the people fail in trading is because they went out there and tried to do it on their own and they learned the hard way. So hopefully we could change that. Okay. Listen, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this, but let me tell you, the only thing is free is a cheese and a mouse trap. All right. You don't want somebody to work for free for you. So, and the other thing too, you want to have good software. These companies don't give free stuff for no reason. There's a catch. So you get what you pay for. So anyway, sharing the results right there, 65%. And I'm glad you guys are being honest. So we got 35% of you. Perfect. All right. Now let's talk about, let's get into the training part of it. Let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla obviously had big earnings and it came out and I just showed you that quick video. And I get this asked all the time, right? How do you tell if a stock's going to continue to go up or go down on earnings? I mean, listen, honestly, I really don't care, right? But you could usually read between the lines, like I showed you on that quick video, that there was something going on out there and the street obviously knows something. I don't care. Listen, I posted that video and I'm telling you, there was so many haters out there. Oh, I hate Tesla, because he's a Trump fan, or I hate Tesla because I hate electric cars. I don't care what your thoughts are. Then short the damn thing. Then short it. You know what I mean? Like you could do that, but don't take things personal because you will lose, right? You will lose because if you fall in love with a stock, the stock will break your heart. And we all probably had our hearts broken before. Traders don't care. I mean, and not in a bad way, but like stocks don't have feelings. You have to know where the street is and you got to know where things are. And you can go out there and you could put every damn indicator out there. And the only thing you're going to do is confuse yourself. Actually, I'm going to have a new video comes next week about how to read candlesticks. Trust me, you're going to love when you see that one. But looking at this indicator chart, can you tell me from reading this with the Bollinger Bands, the MACDs, everything that's on there, could you really figure this one out to know what the direction Tesla's going to do? I mean, or would you rather just keep it simple, take all these colors and indicators and yeah, it's definitely pretty, right, Brian? Absolutely. It's a pretty thing or not. But pretty doesn't make you money. Okay. Sometimes pretty gets you in trouble. All right. The truth is this. Okay. With indicators, they're always lagging. They always put you behind. You can't drive on GPS. It's nice. You still got to look what's in front of you. It's delayed. So the thing that we have to look at is the iceberg orders. And like I just showed you that quick video that I showed you right there, we're going to find those big iceberg orders. And I told you every one of you, I'm going to invite you for one whole week to see this live in the market. Now, remember, the way things go up is supply and demand. So there's two ways of viewing supply and demand, and there's level 3 and level 4. So I want to do a poll, and my poll question is this. There we go. Do you have level 3 quotes? And just give me a quick yes or no. I'm not sure. Let's see how you guys answer this question. Where's my coffee? I left it downstairs. Oh. All right. Now, what you're about to learn right now, fellow traders, is going to be extremely disturbing. It really, really is. You're about to see something that you're going to be like, I cannot believe that I didn't know this crap. Okay. And so it's going to be in a good thing. It's good because you're here. It's bad if you didn't know it. All right. So I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share it. So you could see 80% of you don't have it. Now, remember what I just said. 80 to 90% of the people fail in trading. So why are people failing? Because they don't have the right tools. So let me go into it and show you what we're looking at. So what we're going to do on these big orders is we're going to find these iceberg orders. The iceberg order is a big block order. Now, I'm going to tell everybody where to get this data from. Okay. So I'll give you my email, and if you're interested, I'll send it to you. I'll show you how to download it. I'll tell you how to buy it. I'll tell you, by the way, you get this right from NASDAQ. You go right to the exchange. Okay. But let me explain this one more time. Who are the best traders in the world? If you had an opportunity to be a fly on someone's shoulder, where would that be? Can anybody tell me where would that be? Where would you go if you could be a fly on someone's shoulder? Who do you think is the best traders in the industry? Wall Street, right? How about the floor, the people on the floor of the exchange, right? Those people that you see around. Well, guess what? You have a seat on the exchange now. They changed the laws because the exchanges know that if more people trade, they make more money. If they only limit it to certain people that can only trade the floor, they're held hostage to what they do. Okay. So this is where this is a game changer for everybody. So what we're looking at right here is the NASDAQ book viewer. This is the actual floor of the exchange, and you're going to see real-time orders directly through NASDAQ. Now, when I first got started, you had to be licensed. You had to be a Series 7, 63, all these licenses. You had to work for a brokerage firm in the trading department. You don't have to do that anymore. Okay. So it's a big, big game changer. Now, this is what we're looking at. Move this over here. I need my crayons. So we're looking at Google, and we're looking at all the buyers and all the sellers. We got 3 columns: orders, shares, and the price. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Whoever wants to sell their Google shares for the least amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell for more money is down at the bottom. Now, the thing with this is I know people look at it and it says a lot of numbers. It's kind of confusing. I get it. Okay. But what you look for is stuff like this: 168,000 shares. Okay. Now, think about it. What is going to resist a stock from going higher? The person wants to sell 300 shares, or the person wants to sell 168,000 shares? That is called an iceberg order. So what I'm going to teach you is how to find those big block orders in the exchange. And what I mean by that, those are the algorithms, the high frequency trades, the dark pools, the BlackRocks, the Goldman Sachses. These are those people out there that you thought you were never able to find. Now you could do it. So clear that out, and let me show you. So as much as everyone is always focused on support and resistance, you have to understand support levels do not exist unless the buyers are out there. Resistance levels do not exist unless the sellers are out there. So when you're looking at a stock like UPS came out with earnings, right? And you're like, okay, well, it took a hit, came all the way down, stopped here at 126, And then it hit 126 over the course of the day. It went right back to 129. Why did it pick 126? Why didn't it pick 120? Why didn't it stop at 140? Why that number? Because you have support levels everywhere, but the majority and the major support level, if you look, is you look at the buy section, which is here, because stock is going down. Remember, you need buyers. You work your way down, and you notice right here is this buyer right here for 59,000 shares. Now, is that really a lot? Well, if there are orders for 200, 100, 600, and you got 59, yeah, it's about 100 times more the norm, if not more. Yeah, that's a pretty big demand. And that's the reason why the stock came all the way down and went right back up. And you had a few hours to kind of see that actually happening. Now, clear all drawings. Let's go look at a resistance. We're looking at Apple, okay? Apple's at 223. After it hits about 11:30, it decides it wants to stop at 275 and 227, and then comes back down to 225. Why did it pick 227? Why did it stop at 230? Why did it stop at 226? Well, when you look at the sell sides and you look at the orders and you're on the exchange, you'll notice all the way down here at the bottom, which is right here, is about a 200,000 share seller. That person has his limit order out there to sell. And let me explain something to you. It's not one person. It's 191 people around the entire world that make up that order. So what you're looking at is orders aggregated. So you're not seeing a whole list of it, or anything like that. Now, did I lose anybody yet? Let me just take a step back. Did I lose anyone? Raj, I'll tell you where to get level 3 and level 4 in the next few moments. It's pretty clear. All right, good. No one's got lost. Charles, what about you? I didn't hear from you. Dan, Billy, Anna, you guys here okay? All right, good. I want to make sure you guys are following along, because think about it. You own stocks right now, or you traded, you do an option trade, whatever it is, and you lose money. You have no idea why. I'm telling you what the reason why is, because you're not looking at the future. You keep looking at the damn past. You're looking at somebody trying to tell you what to buy. You're waiting to see some news coming out. You're waiting for some indicator to kick in and cross over. But what you're not doing is you're following the money. That's where it comes down to it. Now, let's go over a couple of examples, give you a better understanding of it. Let's look at CrowdStrike. Okay, everybody. Anyone got affected by CrowdStrike? The CrowdStrike attack? Nicholas, you did? Okay. Anybody else? I actually did. I had a flight in Delta that did it. All right. So anyway, let me tell you, it was a fun stock. It was a fun stock to trade. Great short. Now, CrowdStrike, you could see, was obviously trending down, and then the shit really hit the fan, and it went from like 340 down to 290 down to 280. Okay, tanked on that news. And the funny part is, like, one thing I'm noticing on my Instagram stuff, I keep reading some of the comments. And by the way, if you leave a comment, I probably wrote back to you. The hatred of what they've done. People are like, oh, there's going to be a ton of lawsuits. It's going to go to zero. You know what? That could happen. That could happen. But let me tell you, what happened to CrowdStrike could happen on anything. It happened with Tesla. It happened with Amazon just recently, with Bezos selling. It could happen in anything. But it all is driven by supply and demand. But what you could see is it continues to drop, continue to drop, continue to drop. Now, the thing is this. When will it stop? I had people say, oh, it's going to 150. Oh, it's going to go to, whatever. Well, I know where it's going. It's going where I see the next biggest buyer. And the next biggest buyer is 260. Because as I work my way down the buy orders, I want to know who's the real buyer. I mean, that 2,000 is a lot for 69 people. But right here, 151,000. I mean, I don't got to look at all the orders. I just need the big one. That's it. Because they do it on every single stock. Now, what do you think happens when you get to that, 260? Because I don't know if you realize it, That's over $40 million looking to be bought there. That's not chump change. All right. That's a lot of shares right there. Well, look what ended up happening. It hit it. It went to 260 and then went all the way to 276 that day. I mean, the thing bounced 16 points in a matter of 2 hours. Why? Let's see if you people are following along. Why did it go up 16 points? Why? Wow, that's interesting. You haven't seen anything yet. Buyers, right? Buyers. So it wasn't the MACD. It wasn't the strike price on an option, was it? It wasn't President Biden or Pete Buttigieg, the transport secretary, said something that made it bounce. It was the buyers on the street. It was 1,500 people that got limit orders out there. That's what caused it. So for all those haters out there that think it's going lower, you could be right. But who am I to say, oh, they're going to get in trouble, it's going to go lower? You know what? Let's see what happens with that buyer first. Because remember, we are the ants on the floor. We're just trying to get the crumbs. This guy's trying to move, $260 million worth of stock. So that's how these things, go up and how they go down. Now, this is from today. All right. This is from today. Now, let me move this over here really quick. Hold on a second. Where do you think CrowdStrike is going to hit support? Let me see how you guys answer this question. Where do you think it's going to hit support? That's an easy one. By the way, everybody should answer this question. Don't be scared. If you don't know the answer, give me a question mark. Please be honest. Don't trade stupid, okay? Because you can lose a lot of money in this business. Everybody's saying $250, right? Does anyone disagree? Right there, right? Everyone there. So think about this for a second. Did you need a chart to tell you that? Yes or no? Did you need an indicator to tell you that? Did you need a news service to tell you that? Okay. Did you need an alert service to tell you? No, you see a point blank right from the NASDAQ exchange. Okay. Now, look what happened here around 10 o'clock. It went from 262, came all the way back down to 250, and went right back up. This is the intraday chart live right now as we speak. Okay. Look what happened. Hit 250, and in less than an hour, it went right up to 259. That is a $9 move. $9. $9. Why did it bounce at 250? Oh, I know why. It's a whole number. A quarter. Everybody knows that. Please. You could leave that for the people who read the stars. Okay. The engineers out there. Has nothing to do about the number 250. Okay. The 25. It's because of that damn buyers out there. And by the way, I don't know if you guys can notice this, but do you see this right here? What was the low? What was the low right there? Could everybody write that number down? I want you all to type in that number. Brian, you got it right. Congratulations. It's not 250. It's not 250. It's 250.22. Why did it hit 250? Why did it hit 250? Why did it stop at 250.22? If you had a limit order to buy at 250, you would never got it. You would have missed that run. You want to know why? I'll teach you later. I don't want to waste any more time because guess what? I told you, we're running out of time. We're already well, I think I'm going over right now, which I don't want to do, but I'm only supposed to be running 45 minutes. I'm running late right now on my PowerPoint. Where we're at right here. Oh, crap. We're only at slide 42. I got another 30 to go. We got a lot to carry. Let's just move on. Let's talk about resistance. Seems like Google's been a good report, good earnings, right? What ended up happening with Google? Stock dropped. Went from that 186, came all the way down to 174. The next day, it tried to recover. Okay, and there's so many stocks like you've been through there before. So where's resistance on Google then? Because you got to have a game plan. You just can't let Google tell you where it's going or with the market, the trend. You got to know where it's going. So here at 176, which you notice it's not 175. There's about 13,000 shares looking to be sold right there. That's almost about $20 million worth of stock. Guess what? Hit it. Came right down to 172. If you didn't have that game plan, knowing that the street of 355 people are out there trying to sell, you would get caught holding the bag. How many times do you want to get caught holding the bag? Right? Now, here's the fun part. Who here wants to get Book Viewer? Who here wants to get it? By the way, there's the link right there. Make sure you all subscribe to it. Everybody here? Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I want you to email me. There's my email address, faustop@ctucorp.com. Okay. So if I didn't convince you about getting the book, well, maybe I need to convince you to get Book Viewer. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you really quick. The exchanges, when I was licensed, to have a seat on the floor cost about over $1 million. Okay. When I was a market maker, it cost me $1,000 just to get this data 30 years ago. Today, it costs $15. Does anyone here have a problem dishing out $15 towards the exchange? This goes right to them, not to me. I don't work for them, nothing. Anyone have a problem dishing out $15? Okay. Good. Because if you do, you should log out now and you should quit trading, go back to your day job. And please don't take it in a bad way, but I'm just protecting you because if you want to be a penny cheap, it's $1 foolish. $15 to see where 50% of where every order is around the entire world on a stock that you're in for $15. Here's your opportunity to get it. I don't use TradeView. I know it's a good platform. I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it because unless you're paying for it, because they don't give it for free. You have to pay for it. Some brokerage firms do offer it, but you know what, Jeff? But this is what you do. Buy this one. You could always cancel. And then what you could do is you could relate if it looks the same. And then you could just cancel one versus the other. That's how I do it. Everyone says, oh, yeah, we offer. I'm like, okay, well, listen, I'm going right to the exchange. If the date is the same, it's not delayed, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. Now, when you register, I'm also going to give you 2 videos. They're about 5 minutes long. I'm going to show you how to download it, set the defaults, and how to use it. Okay? All for free. Okay? I'd rather you guys, the more free stuff I give you to educate you, the smarter and better you'll be, the bigger fan you'll be of Cybertrade University. Because, for me, I just find out there's just so many bad actors out there. Everybody thinks they know how to teach people. And so many people think like we're all a bunch of scammers. We're not, but I'm here to fix that problem for some of you here. So you don't think we're all the same. And I can't answer for them, but hopefully I can answer, what you see what's going on. By the way, I'm getting a ton of people just registering right now. Look at this. Good. Gerard, Lewis, Cheryl, thank you very much. Joan, here's my email box. By the way, I don't know. Some of you people like Joe, if you don't have a name, please give me your name. So at least I could answer you by your name. So if you reply back to me, there's another person. Rackman. I don't know who you guys. I don't know who you are. Yeah, you just emailed me right now. Just please give me your emails and your name so I know exactly who you are. All right. I just feel uncomfortable answering by your email. All right. Now, if you think This is called level 3. If you think level 3 is big, wait till you see level 4. Okay. Now, level 4 is more of a heat map. Okay. Where you get to see more of like those levels, how long they've been out there. So I know a lot of people like to look at a chart. Well, imagine now you could implement it to a chart, right? Now you could see the volumes, the orders, everything. Like, for example, Apple had a big iceberg order, and you could see how long he's been out there. You still get the order book right here. This is it, the current order book. But now you get to see it on a colorful chart. So, listen, it's another window. It's got to be open, but you could just trade directly right off this thing right here, which works out great. And you could see exactly like when's it, how, like here it went from like 213. You could see how it's getting close to it. And you could see how it just missed it and came right back down. So it's just a better tool to kind of help adjust your eyes on a heat map. And I listen, I'm a big fan of it. Okay. Now don't worry about this right now. We're going to cover this in my trading room. All right. Right now, just to get your feet wet at the beginning, because first of all, this costs more money, and I'm not here to spend your money. All right. I'm not here to sell any products or anything else. So that's the least of my problems right now. Right now, I just want you to kind of let you know, yeah, this makes sense. Is there a, like someone just mentioned, is there a TradeView platform? Is there on my Thinkorswim? By the way, you can get this on Thinkorswim. Anyone here have Thinkorswim? You can get this on Thinkorswim. Okay. Which is great. But before you do that, let me teach you how it works first, because you'll probably do more harm than good. Now, by the way, this is all real time. Gerard, you got Thinkorswim? Great. You're going to love it. Okay. By the way, I got a video on that too on my YouTube channel. By the way, is everybody subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you haven't subscribed to it, because let me show you what I'm talking about. YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. I hate when it does that. Here's my YouTube channel. All right. And I'm actually logged in, but just click on subscribe. And if you click on videos, these are all my new videos that I just posted out here. And let me just show you popular. I think that's probably the one you want to see. That's it right there. So you can see, like, this is my most popular. Here's a Thinkorswim one right there. How to use Bookmap. There's Thinkorswim order flow. So if you got the matrix, I did one on the matrix. That one's pretty popular. So there's some pretty good ones there. So you post that link, click on that link right now, and just subscribe to it. All right. Now, oh my God, it is actually, did I not tell you time was going to fly? We're at the end. So let me get everyone excited, because I want to get you all registered. Okay. I want you all come into trading room and show you how to use these tools. But let me just leave you off with this really quick. Cyber Trading Diversity. Now, before anybody want to get educated, this is something very important before you ever make an investment in everyone else. Now, Cyber Trading Diversity has been partnered and been sponsored and has been endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. Okay. And I don't think if you ever, I'm not here to bash anybody, okay, anyone's other company, but if you are considering to go out there and learn from someone, you want to make sure that they're being endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry or exchanges, because if they're not, because listen, these brokerage firms, they know that if their client is educated, they'll be their client forever. If they're not, they're going to know they're going to blow up their account in the next 2 to 3 months. So these companies do background checks on me and my staff. They do credit checks. Believe me, they do their due diligence on compliance. So if it's good for them, it's good. It should be good for you. But if you do look for someone else, make sure you look into this first before you spend any time with them. Very, very important. And not only that, but for doing this for 5 years, we're probably the only company that has a 5-star rating on Google. Okay. Look at the reviews. Okay. You'd be very, very shocked what you'll read, what you'll see. And we don't force anybody to go there. They go out there and do it themselves. I think you'd be very, very happy on that. Okay. On the reviews. Now, how could you learn more, everybody? I just told you how to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got some great videos, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. X. YouTube is probably the biggest one. Whereas the long videos, if you like the short ones, you could do the other ones too. But this is what we're going to do. Okay. I want to give everybody 1 week access into my professional trading room with training videos, everything else for $9. That's it. $9. Now, you could pay $15 towards the book map. You could see a book viewer with NASDAQ, all that stuff. But I am looking for serious traders. Okay. I know everybody here is free. Okay. But I feel like when you make a small investment, now I know exactly who to call you by your first name. And not only that, but you'll take it seriously. You'll take it seriously. I feel like sometimes I had, hundreds of people that registered for this event. I think over 1,000. Only 20% of you showed up. 10% of you showed up. So I always find that when, if you make a small investment, you'll take it a little bit more seriously. And you know what? If you're not happy after the last week, we'll give you money back. I don't care about it. But let me tell you what you're going to get for the $9. Okay. By the way, there's the link up there. And if you have your phone, just turn on your camera, scan that QR code, and you can do it over your phone. Okay. So if you want to leave the page that you're on right now, maybe some of you are working on a single monitor, you want to work on your phone, you could do that too. But let me tell you what you're going to get for a whole week. You're going to get live daily morning and afternoon commentary. You're also going to get full access to our alert service, our chat board, our experienced students. You're also going to get some every day. We do live workshops. Okay. And we do traders talk. We have podcasts. You're all going to get this for free. You can have full access in those rooms. I'm also going to give you hundreds of hours, which I know you're probably not going to watch them, but maybe you'll watch a few of them because we do category them what you need help with. We're going to give you all that for free. Okay. All for $9. Okay. Money back guaranteed. Everything that you see here, the commentary, the workshops, traders talk, the podcast, and I'm going to throw one more big bonus. If you register right now, Fausto, will speak to you over the phone. Now, why would you not want to, for $9, why would I do that? Why would I work so cheap? Well, let me tell you something. The reason why I'm here is because I'm looking for serious traders that are sick and tired of losing money, that believe in that there are orders out there, that want to contribute and be part of my family. I'm looking for a second family, because the thing is this: when I train you or I train my students, eventually they go on, they move on, they start their own schools, their own chat rooms, whatever it is. So there are a lot of schools out there that are students of Cyber Trading University. And hopefully I can make you part of that too, because the more people that understand how to trade the market, the better off the world would be in the trading community. Okay. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing people flashing, hey, look at how much money I made. Hey, look at the car I'm driving. You know what? That's like saying, hey, I got more money than you. I don't like egos. Okay. I just feel like planting in front of your face. Maybe the kid that drives, plays Xbox. But for some of us here, we just want to live. So I'm looking for those types of traders that could be part of my family and train them. And I'm willing to make that investment with you. And it all starts off with $9. Okay. Now, New Jersey said right there, you know what? Put that's great. I'm going to share that. By the way, you have it to private. This is what he just wrote. He goes, he paid, already lost a ton of money through fake gurus. I know, and it really sucks because I have to deal with them. You know what I mean? And I'm not a big social media guy, but I just started about 3 months ago, and I can't believe the response. But I learned about doing it. I know what you're talking about. I hear people say it all the time. Oh, you one of those people? Oh, you know what we're talking about? I know. And I try to compromise. Sometimes you can't talk to them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know there's a lot of those people out there, and I'm glad that you should listen to them, because when you go to them and then you listen to what I'm telling you, you're going to realize, like, you know what? You're right. They were never a market maker. They never worked on Wall Street. They're not endorsed by anybody. Hell, you can't even find their Google reviews because they could take it down. They have a horrible Better Business Bureau, right? So, and I don't want you to make that bad decision first, but you might need to learn from a few people before that happens. But I'm glad that you're here now. Okay. Now, a couple of questions that are coming across here. Somebody's asking, like, what does it cost after a week? Zero. We will not charge you and put you on any subscription or anything like that. If you don't want to continue with Cybertrain University, you don't have to. I don't need your business. I respect your business, but I don't need it. If you don't feel like you want to be part of here, you don't have to continue. But I know for a fact, when you start seeing what you saw here in the past 40 minutes, wait till you see when we trade in pre-market. Wait till you see what happens when we trade early in the morning. Wait till you see those videos that I just told you when you subscribe to the YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, and you watch that and be like, oh my God, this makes perfect sense. And then you start trying to implement it into the stocks that you're in. You're going to see that you've been trading blind. All right, now, if you missed the first, and I'm glad you brought that up, Luis. Everybody here is going to talk to my staff, so you're going to get a walkthrough. We're really big when it comes to customer service, so you're gonna have full access to our staff. You're going to be able to talk to them over the phone, and we're going to listen. We want you to have a good experience because you just don't want to buy something and like, okay, what do I do now? All right, so we want to make sure you have. I'm really big when it comes to that customer service. So yeah, you're going to get that feel. So if you missed when you buy it, you're going to notice two things are going to happen. Number one, there's going to be a questionnaire. You need to let us know a little about you. And number two, you're going to make an appointment. Please book it. Just book any date. Okay, you can always change it. Lock in your date on your walkthrough where you're going to do your orientation with my staff, and then you're going to probably talk to me about 2-3 days later if this is something you want to continue doing. But I could tell you this, you're going to get in here and you're going to know two things. You're going to want to be all gun for it, or two, you can be like, I'm going to go back to my day job. Now I know why I can't do this. Okay. And that makes me feel more relieved than people going out there and buying something and getting caught on one of these fast movers and getting crushed. Okay. Yeah. So Edwin, you could sign up now and you could start in August. So if you don't want to start your trial immediately, which you should, because there's been some great moves in the market, but if you can't, maybe you're on vacation, maybe you got to go to, maybe you got to go to the doctor, surgery, whatever it may be, we'll take care of that. But just lock it in now. And then when you talk to education advisor, we'll kick in and start from there. A couple other questions. How much money do I need? Listen, you know how much money you need to trade? $9. That's it. Don't worry about the day trading rule. Don't worry about, I can't afford it, so I got to do options. Don't worry about any of that crap right now. Right now, just take that stupid $9, which is an expensive cup of coffee at Starbucks, and try it here. I would say it would cost you lunch, but with inflation right now, I remember I used to buy a Hero for like $7. Now it's like $15. Okay, so I can't say buying a lunch. But you can, coffee was pretty cheap. It was at the $1, $2 range. Now, now they're getting to the $3, $4, $5, $6 range. So it's still make that investment. So, and listen, I lose money on this deal. It cost me more money for one of my staff just to pick up the phone. But I am looking for serious traders that I could train, that I could work with and be part of my family. By the way, we're just getting a big run up. I'm going to show you something right now. This is my trading room right now. Right now, they're looking at Lyft. Lyft just had a big pop right here. You could see Lyft pop. These are things that we're talking about. Right now, there's no audio commentary because we only do it the first hour and the last hour. But these are things that we're going to show you what's moving. We're going to teach you how to find them. We're going to show you where the resistance. We're going to show you how to use the matrix, all that good stuff. Cool stuff. Narus, I hope I said that right. I hope I didn't mangle your name, but because everybody mangles Fausto. You're more than welcome for the opportunity. By the way, let me just look over here who registered, because I just noticed we had a bunch of people that just registered right now. And who we got right here. So, Edwin, I got yours. You're from San Francisco, California. Good. I'm glad I know who you are now. All right. Rick Ackerman. These are all the orders that are coming in, so you can see everybody here. I got who else I got right here? Joan, I got yours right here. A couple of people. I see the orders just starting to come in. It looks like they're a little delayed. There you are. Is that you? Okay, where are you from? You're from, oh, Great Britain. Okay, there you are. All right, good. Welcome aboard. A couple of people also coming in here. Michael, got your registration. Lois from Chicago, welcome aboard. All right, it's just see all you people starting to come in right now. All right. Any other questions, by the way? Any last minute questions? Because I want to get back to my trading room. I want to jump on these two stocks that are moving. There's a stock MIRA they're jumping in, and the lift. I'm going to check them out. All right. But anyway, don't waste any time. Book your appointment immediately. Don't waste any time. Get in the trading room. If you can't make it, whatever. But make sure you do your walkthrough. Get that good experience. We don't want you to come into trading room trading blind. All right. Because you're going to be like, I don't know what I'm looking at. And you're going to blow it off. All right. But, and by the way, after the first week, if like I said, if it's not for you, you can get your money back. We don't need your $9. I'm looking for real serious traders. That's what I'm looking for. Any other last minute questions I'm missing? Who learned something? Who learned something? And what did you learn? Edwin, you learned. Jody, you learned. Jody, you learned something. Okay. That's what's important to me. That's what's important. It's important to me is that you learned order flow. Now, what you need to do now is if you've been listening to anyone else, if you've been listening to somebody, because listen, I listen to some other people in the industry and they keep talking about order flow. And this is what you're going to find out. They don't even know what order flow means. They think they know. They see it in the past, but they don't know how to read in the future. So just remember, you're meeting, and I don't want to say the godfather of trading, but I am one of the pioneers that started it. So I'm like your great-great-grandfather of the trading. I'm showing you how Wall Street market makers trade. So here's your opportunity to do it. It costs you $9 sticking, money back guaranteed. Don't worry about it. Get in the trading room. Let's get those videos going. Let's get this bull going, and let's stop, worrying about making money. The most important thing you got to start worrying about is stop losing the money. Because once we fix that, everything else takes care of. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll have this recording up for all of you. And don't forget to subscribe to those channels on our social media so you can get those alerts and everything else. I look forward to seeing everybody in the trading room. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll get you the book. I'll get you the NASDAQ. And hopefully, better yet,